Namaste! Grand Rising, Big Cat. Welcome or welcome back to Frequency Phoenix 555 for your message or massages. Come in! Come on! I've got intel. Recon is afoot.
Depot in the beat.
May your comings and goings be forever covered by the grace of the Most High. When in doubt, go within. Bestie, I had to sort it out so I could see who was here. Athena, Alexis, Malibu, Big Cat Wave. Because guess what? We've got something else to talk about, darling dears. All of they, them and uns receipts burnt in the fire. The righteous fire, darling dears, and you cashed the insurance payout. We're burning the white sage today, darling dears, because it's for cleansing, it's for protection, and it's most importantly for reset. You see, darling dears, bestie, oi, their rehearsal, they, them and their rehearsal was last year's toilet paper. And you used it accordingly. Bestie, today's encore is notarized. What they drafted in whispers, slander and betrayal now echo like an ether. Yes, baby. Straight from Keitha and Malkuth. Because you have to remember, we had the Cassimi in Virgo, darling dears. And the sixth house don't play. It stamps contracts, exposes lies around health. Yes, baby. And drags the dusty secrets into the hemisphere. There is no spotlight. It's a subpoena from the cosmos. I love it. I don't hate it. They thought that silence was their safety, but silence signed your warrant. Your exile wasn't punishment, it was your protection, redirection and protection and all that. This energy doesn't caress, it carves. The sun in Virgo at 20 degrees lights up hidden clauses. Those with placements at 19 to 21 degrees per Virgo, Pisces, Gemini or Sagittarius, you're in the direct line of fire. Betrayal will always backfire and loyalty will always multiply. Because your inheritance isn't a gift. And today is collection day, darling dears. Why? Because you're Ibex, prototype of your lineage. Do I have to shout out how bad you are? You're the baddest of them all, and I'll have nothing else said. Anything else is a lie and slander. Let's dive in, darling dears. Sunrise, I see you. Big Cat Wave. Oh, good golly. And the gosh, darling dears. We've got North Node energy out here. We'll go on with that first, but we're going to look at what? The energy of the 8. We love the 8, darling dears. We love it. We love it so much. You could be a life path 8, darling dears. or you are representing this at this moment in time. The energy of the 8, darling dears, is Saturn in Capricorn as well as Aquarius energy. So it's the 10th and the 11th house. The 10th house is of your status, darling dears. It's of your finances. This and that, darling dears. It also speaks about your financial success. Something to do with the father energy, whether it's a father energy within some kind of union that you had, or your father energy, your father's energy, is embroiled in this, darling dears. This person was a dictator, darling dears, if they wasn't missing. All right, let's press on. Yes, baby, the energy of the 8 says you are the CEO. According to astrology, you are the helm. Okay, your luckiest letters are I, R, X, Z, E, G, N. The lucky numbers are 9, 18, and 27, darling dears. Your luckiest days will be Tuesday and Thursday. Okay, the Mars energy. Did I say the Mars energy? Excusez-moi s'il vous plaît. Excusez-moi s'il vous plaît. I started to tell you about the energy of the 9 when we're talking about the 8. It came up for a reason, darling dears. Freudian slip. The 9 speaks about completion, a fated completion, darling dears. The energy of the 8, darling dears, the letters are H, Q, Z, P, and F. This is the praxis, darling dears, and we love it. Why? Because it's at the top of the natal chart, darling dears. It's cardinal earth. And as I said, it speaks about dictators. You had someone who was a dictator in your life, darling dears. Whether it was romantically, a child, family members, could also speak about within your working environment. The energy of the shadow of Saturn, darling dears, it speaks of the discipline that you had to apply. And guess what? You have mastered that shiznai. And you didn't even know you was doing it. You got on paths that you didn't even know you was on until you did. Saturn in Capricorn is about your ambitions and the endurance that you had to put behind every one of your faithful promises to yourself, darling dears, as you move from stagnation into abundance. The energy of Aquarius speaks about your vision, darling dears. It also speaks about you are going to be put in a place where you are going to have to build the collective as a whole, one way or another, darling dears. The Aquarius energy is the unpredictable energy, darling dears. It speaks about what? It's put my teeth back in. It speaks about one-to-one relationships, contracts. It's also the house of luck, the 11th house, darling dear. So luck is on your side at this moment in time. The shadow side of Saturn, it also speaks about the restrictions that was put on you, darling dears. They tried to keep you locked down in fear and make you believe that scarcity was the only thing that you could achieve for yourself. Well, guess what? Everything is a lie, darling dears. Their receipts crashed and burned. This is your payout season, your payout window. According to the Chinese zodiac, darling dears, in this energy, with the energy of the Kazimi, which was yesterday, darling dears, we are still enjoying that energy. Okay, snake and ox. It will be money and inheritance. This is going to be about payouts, land titles, and locked accounts, which are about to be cracked open, darling dears. For the energy of the rooster and the dragon, it's going to be about inheritances, public redemptions. Okay, for the pig and the goat, it's going to be an emotional one. Enemies are about to fold, darling dears. Bridges are going to be repaired because you held the line. Hearts are going to be unchained. For tigers and horses, partnerships. It's going to be about power alliances, sealed pacts, and new ride or dies. For rats and dogs, the protection of inheritance. It's going to be defined defense. Guarding your flesh and your spirit. For the monkey and the rabbit, it's going to be about debts being cleared, cycles that are about to be snapped and broken, darling dears, and your bloodline is going to be reset. So whatever you fall under, that's what's going to happen through the energy of this Kazimi. Okay? Let's press on, darling dears. Let's press on. The energy of the 8, according to the 48 laws of power, is telling everyone to what? Let them come to you. You don't go to them, darling dears. You never get up from your throne. Are you kidding me, blood? Never chase, darling dears. What you do? You erase. We haven't got time to what? Come back for the feeble-minded and the simpletons, darling dears. Lest you miss the window that is for you. Not every door that is opening to you, darling dears, is for everyone else. Some of them is for you, darling dears, so you can breathe. Why? You were sent as the breaker of generational curses. Let that sink in. And when you have this road, darling dears, you didn't choose it while you was here. You chose it before you came. It's a rough road. It's a lonely road. But every one of your facts, figures, and receipts will be validated one way or another. Okay. Let's press on, darling dears. Let's press on. The energy of the 8, according to the rune stones, is representative of Wunjo. This is star energy, darling dear. So healing as well as what? Benefactor. A benefactor is going to be turning up on your behalf, whether it's in business or it could be somebody supporting you in a relationship, darling dears. But somebody is coming. Why? Because you've healed. And as I've been saying to you over the past few readings, it's time for you to what? Get back out there and test the boundaries that you've healed behind, darling dears. You cannot stay stagnant in your home. All right. You also have the energy of a double 1 on top, darling dears. The energy of the double 1 is a reminder that you have a major decision to make after the next new moon, which will be the new moon solar, well, partial solar eclipse in Virgo, darling dears. And that's the day before the Mabon equinox, the autumn equinox. Okay. Let's go back to the dice. The energy of the 5. People are feeling threatened about the security that you are making for yourself, darling dears. The energy of the 3 is the gossiping energy, darling dears. They are arguing amongst themselves and possibly wanting to argue with you. God forbid. Arguing with the feeble-minded? Are you kidding me, blood? It's like pissing in the wind, I keep telling you. It will blow back on you, darling dears. Or spitting at the sky. It will fall in your eye. That's what it will be feeling like, darling dears. And that's not fabulous, gorgeous, or lovely. Remember, you roll with the 6 G's. God, goals, gifts, greatness and growth. And most importantly, gratitude. I know when the Mars slips, darling dears, it's not fabulous, gorgeous, or lovely. It's not. But it's the best day of your life. It's the day of your rebirth. The day when you get back more than you put out there, darling dears, because you had to go along the darkest and most dismal road, not because you wanted to, darling dears, but because you were chosen. Let's carry on, darling dears. Let's carry on. The energy of the 8, as well as according to the 48 laws of power, darling dears, is law number 20. Don't commit to anyone. You must be your own team, darling dears. You must be the one that, if you are going towards something, you've made the commitment to go towards it, not because anyone is forcing you to that situation, because they're doing it, you're doing it. Law number 25, you reinvent yourself every time, darling dears, and they don't like it. Well, guess what? They have to suck it up. Never be predictable. Constantly evolve yourself, darling dears. Law number 31, control the options. How do you control the options? Lean in, bestie. Lean in. By never giving them free choices. Free, F-R-E-E. Either they comply or they can F off and do a backflip with it, darling dears. Simple as. And law number 34, act like you are Khaleesi or Khal, and people will treat you accordingly. They have no choice, darling dears. Otherwise, they can go back to what I just said. They can what? F off and do a backflip while they're at it. All right. Let's press on, darling dears. Let's press on. Let's go straight to the cards, because they're always talking. What's the matter with them? They've got nothing better to do with their time. Nothing? Fell off the back end, darling dears. This is why they're talking. Because they are shook F. Shook F. Right? They are disturbed, startled, in surprise, and confused about you, darling dears. They'll never stop bringing up your name. Right? And didn't I say redirection and all of that? It was a divine intervention which was fated, the energy of the 9 that slipped out, darling dears. Karma and destiny is on the table. We love that. Base of the deck, darling dears, we've got the energy of 2. High Priestess energy, Moon energy. This is Cancer energy, so it's the 4th house, darling dears. 4th house is feminine energy. It also speaks about what you're being protected at this moment in time. The 4th house is about your ancestral team. As I said, somebody's going to be inheriting some form of land. Okay. 100%, darling dears. 100%. These are the snakes and the oxes going forward. Okay. The letters B, K, T, and the numbers 2, 11, 20, and 29, as well as life path 11, darling dears. It speaks about a unity and a partnership, and it's a reminder to use your intuition, your discernment, and use diplomacy as you move forward. And how do you do that? By telling no one nothing, right? Nothing. Split the deck, and it fell away, darling dears. Let go. Because the insurance policy is yours, darling dears. I cannot make this up. Yeah. Underneath that, continue to move in silencio, as only a big cat can. Sometimes it's very hard to hold it, but may you be covered with a fit of coughing if you go to overshare, or you start farting, darling dears, or belching, darling dears. May it never, the spirit of oversharing, let it pass you over. Especially with the wrong sword. Let's press on, darling dears. Let's press on. My right palm is itching me. That means abundance. My right side, contrary to a lot of people, their left side is their receiving side. No, mine is my releasing side. This is my receiving side, my right hand. And that means Skrilla is afoot. We love it. We don't hate it. Let me get some more of this tea. What's going on in the background? Good golly and the gosh. Somebody wants to come and try and intimidate you with F shit, darling dears. Right? They want to force you into tight situations, do they? You better reject that with everything. Call your ancestral team, darling dears. Yeah? Screenshotting your everything, because they see that you're winning, darling dears, and whatever they got going on is played out. You can't be tricked or fooled. Not at this stage of the game. Not when you're in receiving mode. The 6th house does not play. Illnesses are going to be revealed to many of them out there, darling dears. Somebody's also going to be acquiring a new pet. It could be a bird, it could be an animal, a dog, a cat, whatever. A new pet, darling dears. This is a spiritually guided pet. Take it in. All right. Base of the deck, darling dears. And they're trying to find out about you by using divination. I bet they were sick to their stomach. No, it's stomach. It's trying to find out about you, right? And all they could see is that you're winning and you're not sinning, darling dears. And you couldn't give a good golly or a gosh where they've gone. Why? They came for your hairline. And your hairline comes first. Are you kidding me, blood? Didn't I say they're creeping? Let them. You are the red light, green light champion, as am I, of 2018. When I really realized that I really can't do it anymore. Right? I ain't taking it without the Vaseline, blood. I ain't. I am not. I did not. Yes, baby. It was like this and like that. Gangster growth. I see you, darling dears. I see you. Let's go to the decks. I'm going to use the gold deck today. Base of the deck having all of the tools. You've got magician energy. It also speaks about, because magician energy is the third and the sixth house, darling dears. The third house, the dice, gossiping about you, darling dears, using mobile applications. Again, the Uranus energy. The 11th house, darling dears, trying to bring a big cat down. So third and the 11th house has come out. So this is younger siblings, extended family members like aunts and uncles. The 11th house is your older siblings, darling dears. People that you adopted like family. Well, everybody's going to be aghast. Why? You've been gifted with all of the tools, the keys to the kingdom, darling dears. And we love that. We don't hate it. Whenever we see the magician, darling dears, Mercury energy. Oh, sorry, I'm fixing my chair. Now that I've fixed it, my chair, we'll get the intel out, darling dears. We will, right? We want to know who's going to be dragged. Because we saw illnesses being bandied around. First card out, darling. Good golly and the gosh. Somebody who's been very manipulative, darling dears. A gaslighter. There's so many of them, darling dears. They're going to get dragged. High priestess energy. This could be a couple, darling dears, but it's men and women. People that what? Went against their gifts, their own personal gifts. Why? They were too focused on what you've got going on. Split the deck. Hierophant energy. Good golly and the gosh. 3 major arcana, darling dears. Their finances being affected, any form of stability in their job, darling dears. And did I say their health is not their wealth? High priestess energy. On her forehead, darling dears. This speaks about issues with their reproductive systems, right? Something's going on with their pum-pum or their fatum, darling dears. It's going on there. Jackie Chan in their pantaloon, darling dears. High priestess in the reverse is also some kind of hidden disease, right? That they've got from anger. And I've already told you about the anger, darling dears. Hey, woo, child. I told you about the anger, right? When they've got the anger, because it's all affecting their colon, right? It's scorching their liver, right? And straight from the anger, because this is anger alley, it's going to go into worry way, right? Which will eat out the middle of their gut and affect their sleep cycle. They'll have insomnia and be woken up, darling dears, so that they can look at what they did, what they lost, and they can never get back, darling dears. This is not a pleasant card. Okay, the magician also speaks about the person that was involved with you. There was an age difference. All right. From the worry way, it goes straight into the sadness slide. Clinging to their left side, dragging their whole bodily and constitution down. Bobby Brown. Why? Because it's going around these 3 paces with the anger, the worry way, and the sadness slide, darling dears. They're not letting go. So this is the hidden diseases that are going to come on top. It could be the big C. It could be the big H. Listen, they're in for a surprise. Base of the deck, darling dears. And the decisions that they have for their future, they're going to have to rethink them. This is about deciding about what you want to do, whether you want to travel, if you want a new job, darling dears. This also speaks about being blocked off from spirit. 2 of Wands in the reverse, darling dears. Good golly and the gosh. Baby, and they are stuck up in that shiznai. That's their business. They're getting dragged. They are getting dragged. Hold on. Let's take it to the tiny card. Where's my tiny cards? Let me get a different one I haven't used in a while. Unfortunately for you, I can't find it. How about that? Tell me something about the magician. The devil's most strongest workers, darling dears. Several people, male and female, that have been against you, fighting against you, darling dears. These are people that are bound in situations that are codependent. It also speaks about abusing alcohol, drugs. It could be pharmaceuticals, darling dears. It could also be people that are bound in what? Sexual soul ties, darling dears. King of Cups in the reverse. No maturity in the situation. It's the blind leading the blind. They need to stay there outside the perimeter. Tell me something more about this group of people. Leave that where it is. We'll come back to that in a minute. Yeah, on a knife's edge, darling dears. Whenever we see the Four of Swords doing one on its forehead, darling, this is not fabulous, darling dears. It speaks about what? These are people that have avoided healing from past relationships, darling dears. And again, Four of Swords on its face. This is the health problems. Loud and proud, darling dears. Loud and proud. Feeling extremely exhausted at this moment in time. Okay, they're trying to run away from their issues and their problems. How can you run away when you are not looking at the person in the mirror, the whole instigator of all of the problems and the issues, darling dears? And they daren't come and face you with that bullshit, darling dears. Why? You are their mirror. You're obstreperous, right? Obstreperous, darling dears. Difficult and noisy and cannot be handled. Why? Because you held the line. When they was throwing up gang signs in your face, darling dears, you was taking the knee and asking for guidance. Revenge was never on your lips, darling dears. Outrageous, darling. The illnesses are coming. We have the Hierophant with the Ace of Pentacles, darling dears. This is a new beginning coming towards you. This is the marriage card for some. It could also represent an upgrade in your job, your lifestyle, darling dears. Why? Because you stuck to your guns. Whatever the line was for you, you held that line. This also speaks about new opportunities coming towards you. If it's not your progeny at this moment in time, we have a Queen of Cups. Good golly and the gosh, darling. This is a match made in hell. May they stay together. Hateful, jealous, darling dears. Whenever we see two queens, High Priestess and the Queen of Cups on the table, the gossips are afoot, darling dears. They haven't forgotten about you. Why? It's like they get a hard on for you, darling dears. Why? Oh, they love you long time. They love you long time, darling dears. Of course they did. That's why you ain't got no hairline left. That's why you was nearly broken on the rocks of life, taking it without the Vaseline. And they don't like the fact that you're happy and you're single and you're ready to mingle with your new boundaries. Yeah, good for you. Poor. Listen, there's no one to check me when I can behave how I want to behave. Right? Tell me something else. There was a thug, a ruffian in your life, darling dears. You were dealing with a ruffian whose all eyes is still on your throne, darling dears. Still on your throne. And this is also a reminder next to the thug to make sure that your GPS is running correctly, darling dears. You don't want to go out there in your chariot of righteousness and be taken off your gangster. Could be the reprogramming. Maybe you need to go and get a service on your car, darling dears. Don't be caught. Outrageous, darling. These back front neck stabbers. Listen. Oi. Bestie. Oi. We've got to come with the shade. How dare they dare? They always go for the white meat, darling dears, and trust and believe. They are bringing up the past, recreating history, right? To try and bring a big cat down, not knowing they need to get to the GP, the hospital, darling dears, some form of accommodating suite for the illnesses that they are carrying, all developed from the anger, the worry, and the sadness slide, which they are stuck in, they, them, and backstabbers, Luke 22:48, right? Sick my stomach, blood. Tell me something else. Being stuck, darling, is unable to move on from a situation. 8 of Cups in the reverse. Look at this. The Magician has come out. 2 different decks, darling dears. I can't make this up. Anything that they sent your way, negative words, actions. Some of them may have gone as far as to what? Do a Watusi through the graveyard, darling dears, collecting grave dirt to do you bad things, darling dears. But you are protected. You are guided. How dare they? They dare. If they can't bring you down the right way, right, they will always go to the wrong way. Why? Because it's the easiest, and it's the realm of least resistance, darling dears. This is why you are isolated from this situation. You're too busy winning, and you don't have to be loud with your winning. Let them continue to focus on you with their GPS, darling dears. Every time they put their dark eye on you, their raccoon eye, darling dears, you will be blessed. They're stuck on what you've got going on in your life. That I can't make it up. You've moved away. But they haven't. And if you think they're crying now, wait until tonight. Fist bump. Hey, you've left that situation and circumstance, but yet they still focus on you. Why? Because you did something that not many people can do in one lifetime. Realize the dysfunction, the toxicity. Realize that you didn't fit in for a reason. Realize that you was the change. Some of you may be thinking, but if I've broken this generational curse, you could be estranged from your progeny and stuff, darling dears, but you've broken the curse. You are the blueprint, right? You are what they will follow. And if you don't have progeny, darling dears, you're going to be put in a leadership position. Remember, I told you that. You have to get your words and your ideas out there. Uranus energy is the unpredictable energy, but it also rules everything electrical and in the sky. Look at your health as well, darling dears. Your health practices. Don't just wait for them to drop down, darling dears, or keel over. Focus on your health. New practices for yourself. Always. They haven't moved on from a situation with you, darling dears. Yeah. And this is not good justice, darling dears. This is bad justice. This is karma revisiting you. Doing the what? Wiki. Dubplate remix, the 7th house, darling dears, on its face. This is the betrayal. This is the slander. This is the gossiping, darling dears. You was an advocate in their life, darling dears. This is the Libra energy. Something to do with your kidneys or your lower back. Maybe you've been having issues with your lower back. Get into some yoga. Okay? Whenever we see the justice energy, it has a time frame. 23rd of September until the 22nd of October, darling dears. So we are fast approaching this energy. Let me tell you something. Something significant is going to kick off in the feeble-minded's lives from the 23rd of September, darling dears. The 23rd of September until the 22nd of October. Trust and believe. Are they going to try and get in contact with you? Are they going to look for a lifeline? You better cut off that bitch, darling dears. Cut off the hand that may answer the phone. Cut it off. You better not. You've given enough. You've done enough. Quite enough. Yeah. You've only just learned to balance out your own situation. Focus on you. Be self-automated, darling dears. We've also got the Ace of Wands for this new inspiration, this new potential that is being gifted to you. Take it. Okay, I think I'm going to leave it there, darling dears. How far are we in? 34 minutes? I think that's quite enough. Let's go with the white deck and then we're out of here. Okay, get great. Keep going. Don't look back. Remember Lot's wife, Salt Bay. Right? Divine is going to gift you with the benefits you truly deserve. Right? The universe says yes, and when the universe says yes, whom can say no? Believe that every choice you made was the right choice, darling dears. Don't torment yourself with second guessing. That is for the feeble-minded. Every choice you made was for the best. And Virgo, 6th house, it could have been a health choice that you made. Always choose yourself, darling dears, your life. You're more important than diamonds and gold. Proverbs 31:10. Let the merchants of slander do what they're doing, darling dears, because for every curse they send your way, you will be blessed. And don't allow them back, darling dears. If they call you, hang that shit up. You've got bigger things going on, darling dears. You've only just come out of the dark waters and evened and balanced out yourself. This is your time. This is your season. Split the deck, darling dears. You're bossing up. On that note, I drops my mic. Toddle over to my Teesprings, pick up some of the channel merch, or head over to my Amazon, buy one of my books, support the big cat, darling dears. And as I always say, don't get smoked. And don't smoke yourself. From the ashes, baby. Namaste. Big cat wave. Until we meet again on these tarot streets. Cat, cat. Cat, cat. Let them continue to screenshot, darling dears. Pay attention to what's going on in your life. Because you've already cut the cord, darling dears. You've cut the cord. Big cat wave.